Today I fucked up by accidentally taking a double dose of my ADHD meds. Today I fucked up by accidentally taking a double dose of my ADHD meds. So I'm prescribed 50 milligrams of Vyvanse, and have been since I was 14. 50 milligrams is a higher dose for someone in my age/weight bracket, early 20s f, 115 pounds, because the highest legal dose is 70 milligrams. I have a bizarre sleep schedule with a cute sprinkle of insomnia, so some nights I don't fall asleep until 5 AM. And that's what happened last night. This morning set an alarm for 10 AM, woke up around 10:30, took my Vyvanse, laid down for a little bit, and somehow fell back to sleep. At about 11:30 to 12 I wake back up, still groggy. It takes my Vyvanse about 2 hours to fully kick in, so I'm still a little out of it. This is where I fucked up. I'm so used to waking up and just being up that I started my morning routine over again on autopilot. I strolled over the coffee machine, started to make some, and took my dose of Vyvanse. I realized about 10 seconds after I'd taken it that I had already taken it. Here's the thing, I can't throw up. I've thrown up twice in my entire life, so that wasn't an option. Cue frantic googling. Pretty much everyone says I'm going to be in for a wild day, and to stay hydrated. I try to look on the bright side, maybe I'll get a lot of work done today. But I was foolish. It's been 3 hours since my last dose. I've peed around 20 times. I can feel my blood. Took one hit from my Yule and transcended time and space. My stomach is furious. I tried to reorganize my room, started to hammer something into the wall, hit my thumb, cried, put my clothes in the dryer and then felt like I needed to have them extra dry, so I ran them again. The lint in there started burning, cried, all of my whites now smell like Chicago in 1871. My body is in fight or flight. I'm so anxious. 30 minutes ago my mom's best friend texted me your parents and nothing else. By the time she responded to my question mark 15 minutes later with the picture of my mom and dad when they were younger that she meant to attach, I had already accepted that I was an orphan and was halfway through an article how to deal with the sudden passing of your parents. My cat came into my bedroom and I got scared. I didn't like her stance or general demeanor. Currently, I'm applying for grad school. I don't know why. I'm not even done with undergrad, but it feels like something I should do right now. Anyway, I'll be fine. I've actually done this one other time and ended up being alright, just very fast for a while. Have a good one, all. Take meds responsibly. Too long didn't read. I took 100 milligrams of Vyvanse when I'm prescribed 50 milligrams. I'm currently paranoid, distraught, and feeling like I have an IQ of 1000 and -17 at the same time. Edit, holy shit. I appreciate all of the concerns and nice comments lol. I'm doing alright, I've had a lot of water and feel 75% normal. Still wide awake, obviously. Hopefully this inspired a few people to use those pill organizers. I just ordered one. Also, I did not finish applying to grad school. I made the amazing decision to take out loans for undergrad in NYC, and if I get into any more debt I'll never be able to afford groceries. Edit 2, again, yes, I did get a pill organizer. Thank you for the Amazon links. My heart rate is still fucked, but getting better. After reading everyone's replies, I think I'm going to try to lower my dose a little bit. Some of y'all's stories about long-term effects freaked me out, but I'm okay, really. I've totally done this before. It's definitely an experience. My head was super tingly and I played Minesweeper for about 5 hours straight. I'm pretty sure I clenched my jaw the entire time too. At least you're being productive. I'm glad you're okay, but this is hilarious. I don't know why, but I can feel my blood really got me. Been there but with Concerta. Decided to smoke weed to counteract the effects. I was moving in slow motion while my world was in fast forward. Thank you for commenting this. I just considered doing that and decided not to, haha. RIP your friends' phones. Take it easy, man. Try to relax, hydrate hard, and try to stay off your phone. It'll be okay, you'll just have a nervous day. Haha, this is spot on. I just sent my best friend like 7 messages in a row. I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Last time I double dosed myself I was at work, that shit really sucked. They make lids for pill bottles that have a timer on top, tells you how long it's been since the last time you took a dose. Real lifesaver for me! Exclamation mark. Today I fucked up by missing an interview at Google and not realizing it until a year later. Years ago I set up some Google alerts for some random things I was interested in at the time. I started getting a lot of alerts, so I created a folder in my inbox where emails from Google would get automatically routed. After a few months I lost interest in those alerts and stopped checking the folder. Couple years later I applied for a job at Google. I never heard back and just forgot about it, figuring they weren't interested. So about a year later I decided to clean up my email folders and inbox. I found an oddly titled email in the alerts folder that didn't match the usual alert format, so I read it. It was from Google asking me what day I might be available to come in for an interview. This was back when Google was growing like mad and I would have gotten stock options. FML. Too long didn't read. I missed an opportunity to work for Google because I thought I was being clever years earlier. Respond to the email like it wasn't a year later. I mean, the worst that can happen is they don't invite you for an interview. Yeah, it's not like they asked what year you wanted to come in. In my case the wife answered the phone. Someone said, "Hi, this is such and such from Google." My wife thought it was another Microsoft support type scam and almost hung up on them. Anyway, they were cool about it. I got through the pre-screening test, and to the day of interviews, but did not get the position. I enjoyed the process of the interviews. Yeesh. What a difference that your life could have been like. Google interviews are no joke. I consider myself a pretty damn good engineer, and I flunked like literally the very first out of 7 interviews to get the job. I heard something like if they interview 100 people, they will reject 99 of them. There's entire industries set up around studying for Google interviews for months. Respond like a mad lad asking if the position is still available. I actually did respond and explained the situation. Never heard back. I deleted the email routing rule and folder too so that I wouldn't miss the possible response again. Damn, you fucked up. Yep, ironically because I was using one of Google's services. Today I fucked up by forcing my beef stick into my wife's mouth. This just happened this morning. My wife and I are both working from home due to COVID. My wife, a marketing manager, has 3 direct reports. We all get along quite well. We all meet out for drinks. We go to each other's houses for dinners. We've gone on vacations together. All a fun close work group. This morning my wife was sitting at the kitchen table having a Zoom meeting with one of her reports. They were talking and laughing, having a good time. I went to the fridge and got a beef stick for a snack. Looking to add to the work party my wife and her report/friend were having, I walked over to her and said, "Here, choke on my beef stick," and stuck it into her mouth as she was talking. I started laughing, and I expected laughing to come from the computer screen. But there was no laughing. My wife angrily grabbed my arm and threw it away from her face. She then turned to me and gave me a horrible evil stare. I looked over at the screen to see what her friend was doing, and it wasn't her friend. Wasn't even anyone I knew. Had similar voices, and looked somewhat the same. But definitely not her. Too long didn't read, made a sexually charged joke about a beef stick and stuck it in my wife's mouth in front of her work friend, but it wasn't her work friend. Then I posted about it on the internet. Keep digging that hole. At least I got a chuckle from it. It's been 20 years. That hole hit rock bottom a long time ago. Well, at least it wasn't your dick, you dick, lol. Genuinely thought that's what he meant by beef stick. My wife is also a marketing director and was on a Zoom pitching new business. I needed something out of the room which was in a dresser I thought was out of camera view. So, I dropped to the floor, army crawl past her computer, and reach up to open the drawer for the item I needed. Turns out, the dresser was in the shot, and right in the middle of her presentation, the other people on the call start snickering. Then my wife turns around and yells, "They can see your hand, just stand up and get what you need." Oops. Now this is a hilarious today I fucked up. I'm hoping they saw the army crawl. I'm going to show this to my wife, because it makes every bad thing I've ever done look smaller. And that was the last beef stick near any part of your wife for a long while.